Most people use AI the same way they use Google. They type a question, they get an answer, and they move on. And then they wonder, why does the output feel so generic, so flat? Like it could have been written by anyone, right? Here's the truth, and nobody tells you this on day one. The way you start your prompt determines everything. Let me show you what I mean. If you open ChatGPT right now and type explain investing, you'll get a textbook paragraph. It's going to be safe, it's going to be correct, but it's going to be completely useless. Now you might ask why? Well, because the AI has no idea who it's talking to. It doesn't know if you are a 19-year-old student or a 45-year-old business owner or a finance professional. So it defaults to the middle, and middle is mediocre. Here's the mindset that changes everything. AI is not a search engine, it's a thinking partner. And thinking partners have identities, they have expertise, they have perspectives. The moment you start treating it like one, your results transform completely. The technique I'm talking about is called role prompting. It's pretty simple. Before you ask your actual question, you assign the AI a professional identity. The formula looks something like this. You are a specific expert with X years of experience in a specific domain. That's it, right? Just one sentence that you need to add before everything else. Now, let me show you the exact same question asked in two different ways. Without role prompting, you're going to say something like explain investing. And with role prompting, you're going to say something like you are a senior financial advisor with 20 years of experience helping young professionals build wealth. Explain investing to someone who just got their first job and has never invested before. So these are the same topics, but they have completely different prompts. And watch what happens. So I went into ChatGPT and put in explain investing, right? And it gave me a very generic definition. And it also starts giving me common types of investment, stocks, bonds, real estate. All this stuff can be easily accessed through Google search, right? It starts giving me generic or standard key concepts. So it's pretty generic. Now, if I do the same thing using role prompting technique, using the statement, you are a senior financial advisor with 20 years, blah, blah, blah. And then it says, all right, let's strip this down to what actually matters for someone in your position. Because it now knows the context, right? And it knows what your goals are. So it then starts explaining investing based on your current scenario. It gives you the steps. Build your foundation. Step 2, start small, start early. All right? And then it's going to give you step 3, etc. Step 4, 5. It's going to explain all the risks. It's going to give you a beginner plan, what to avoid, all of this. Now, if I added more details to this, right? If I give more information about my current situation, it would have given me even better results. But just adding this line here, where I give it a role, which is the technique called role prompting, it made a huge difference. Now, let's go back to our slides. Now, similar to what you saw on the screen, the difference is clear. The first response is pretty Wikipedia-like, right? The second response feels like a natural conversation with someone who actually knows you. It's specific, it's relevant, and it speaks your language. And you didn't need a paid plan, a plugin, or any special tool to get that output. You just gave the AI a job before asking your question. Now, here's why this works, and this is the part most tutorials skip. Large language models, or LLMs, are trained on billions of words written by millions of different people. We have experts, beginners, professionals, students, children. It's a mixture, right? So when you assign a role, you are essentially telling the model, pull from this specific slice of your training. A CFO's vocabulary, a doctor's precision, a teacher's patience. The role you assign narrows the model's focus and it produces better quality. Now, this isn't just for finance, right? You can use it for anything. For example, you are an experienced copywriter specializing in e-commerce brands. Then you ask it to write your product description. Another example could be you are a senior software engineer reviewing junior code, and then you paste your code. Another example could be you are a business coach who specializes in helping freelancers raise their rates, and then you describe your situation. Every single one of those will outperform a plain question every single time. Here's your action step for today. Take something you were already going to ask AI. Now, before you send it, add this line at the very top. You are a role with experience in domain, right? Just replace that with your specific question or scenario. That's it, right? Run both versions and see the difference. Now, once you see it, you'll never go back to asking bare questions again. So, role prompting is the foundation. But here's what most people still get wrong even after they learn this. They assign the role, but the AI still doesn't know who it's talking to. In the next video, we'll fix that. It's one simple framing trick, and it's gonna double your output quality without changing anything else about your prompt. If you found this useful, hit subscribe. We're gonna go deeper every week. See you in the next one.